Oh, gracious. Me and the internet. I don't know. I don't know what it is with me. I always joke. I love that we live out in the boonies. We've got right across the street, kitty corner down the road from us, we have a farm. And so we get woke up by the roosters. And I love it. I love everything about it. I tell you what I don't like about living out in the boonies. The internet connection. Oh, for the love of all things. We have Spectrum. I'm telling you, I have been sitting here hitting go live and wait, go live and wait, and it just is what it is. So we need to put an ish at the end of all of my classes and say we're going to go on at 11-ish, because it's up to my grandkids, it's up to the internet, it's up to all of the different things. So, oh my goodness. Good afternoon, my friends. Good to see you. And I already see people popping on, so I know I'm not alone. So at least that's pippin' and poppin'. I'm excited about it. And today is going to be a fast class. This is our brand partner chats, and I'm oiling up right now. I want to know if you're using your abundance. Who else puts abundance on every single day? Give me a yes, I'm an abundance girl. Give me I'm an abundance man. I need to know who is using the power of this amazing oil. The vibration, the energy, the frequency of abundance is literally all about drawing those amazing things to you. So those positive thoughts that you're thinking and what you're putting out there, abundance is all about that. Abundance of time, energy, focus, money. You guys, I talk about that all the time, but it's one of those you have to use it. My very first experiences with abundance was, we had only been in Young Living for just a few weeks. We had not been in long at all, maybe 2 months. I don't remember right now. But Young Living had come into town and they were doing a Year of Abundance tour. And they were giving away little 5 meals of abundance to the first, 50 people that got there. And Brian and I both, we were brand new, and we got there early because I like to sit in the front seat because I have a really bad attention span. If I'm not in the very front row, I don't see what's happening. And anyway, they were giving away these, and we were brand new. We didn't know how touchy and sensitive oilers were. And we were sitting there going, ooh, now I'm going to be abundant. I'm going to have all, and we were totally mocking the whole oil and the looks that people were giving us, because they did not think that was funny. But we didn't get it. We didn't understand. But I did do the research on the oils that were in the bottle, and I went, you know what? Some of these oils are, for emotions, but they're also for things like the endocrine system and energy and just different things that I could see the science behind. So I used my 5 mil on my feet every single day. I was rubbing it on my feet every morning. Again, not because I believed that it would draw anything, any abundance, any people, any of that. I didn't believe that stuff at all. It was a long time before I really got the emotional energy, frequency, vibration of oils, but I could get behind the science. So I used my 5 mil every day on my feet, just first thing in the morning. And I used it on my feet, not because I knew anything, because we didn't, we were brand new, but because I really hated the smell. The smell was nauseating to me. I didn't like the smell, but I liked the science, and I had already seen what the oils were doing. So anyways, put it on my feet every single day, 5 mil. Just a couple drops, put it on, didn't think anything of it. I will remind you that we went silver from the day we signed up to the day we went silver was in 90 days. 90 days. Everybody that I talked to, I'm telling you, people were just getting in by the truckloads. Those people were duplicated. It's a whole long story. If you haven't heard that story, you can go to Shannon Hudson YL and you can read our story. But somewhere in the 4th month, I ran out of my abundance, and I didn't think anything of it. The bottle was empty, whatever, and I didn't worry about it. And then I started noticing that less people were showing up. I wasn't getting the same responses. I'm like, what are the chances? Come on. And I went back and forth, and I took Brian's bottle because we both had gotten a 5 mil, and I started putting on my feet. I am here to tell you, we went gold 2 months later. Now, I'm not saying the abundance did it, but I'm saying I use my abundance. I use it all the time because of that whole, telling you, the vibration, the frequency, the things, the oils draw people in. They just do. And that is not even our conversation today. Lately, I have been partnering abundance with Envision, for a vision for the future, that no matter what people are speaking and saying and the plans that are coming, I envision an abundant future. I envision good things. I envision amazing things for my family, for my health, for Every time I breathe in vision, you guys, every single time I breathe it, I have to stop and take a second, because I see where it's all going. I see what's going to happen. I'm just saying, y'all, grab your oils and use them for what they're designed for. We need them. And today we are talking about busy work versus productive work, and what is the difference of that. And last week we really talked about getting your goals in your time and your energy and your expectations, and getting them all in alignment so everything is moving towards one direction. And now that you have that going on, let's see how we can focus that time that you have. So you've set aside a certain amount of time to be able to work your business. So you have a certain amount of time that you're going to spend with your family, and a certain amount of time that you're going to spend, cooking and caring for yourself and doing your hair and your makeup and having fun. Well, during that work time, making sure that you're not just being busy, but you're being productive. And I want you to identify what those differences are. So being busy is fueled by perfectionism and lack. So it is looking and, who fell off loyalty reward this month? Who missed their loyalty reward? Who didn't comment on my post, but they commented on so-and-so's post? Why is she commenting on other people's posts? Because there's a feeling of lack. There's not going to be enough people. If they listen to somebody else, they're not going to listen to you. And it's that you're just busy checking all these little things. But these little things that you're checking and focusing on and spending all of this time and energy, these are just busy, because the things that are productivity is fueled by a purpose. You have a sense of purpose and a reason for doing the things that you're doing. So you're looking for who showed up. Who showed up in the class? Who showed up who showed up and did their loyalty rewards? Who showed up and commented? Who was involved? Who enrolled somebody this month? Who is it that I can support? What can I need? Because the purpose of me looking for the people that showed up, these are the people that are actively doing it. So I'm not looking for the people that are falling off. I'm looking for what's coming in, because what you look for, you will draw. So I'm not looking for the people who had mistakes. I'm looking for the people that had amazing things. I'm not looking for the negative comment. Who said something negative? I'm looking for the positive. Who said something amazing? And that's what I want to promote, so that there's more of that going on. I want to promote that. That's about being fueled by a purpose. So when you're doing an action, ask yourself, is this fueled by perfectionism? I want everybody to think I'm perfect. I have to spend 3 hours to make a post because I want it to be perfect. I want everybody to think I'm the most perfect purpose. Or is it fueled by lack? Because, what if so-and-so signs up with so-and-so? I just don't know. Or what if they switch teams? Or what if they, or you see them in somebody else's group doing something, like, why are they doing more stuff in their group? That's all lack. So is it perfectionism and lack, which is just being busy? Or is it fueled by a purpose? Are you doing it because there's a purpose behind it? So when I'm looking for people that made an awesome comment, that is somebody that I want to work with. That's somebody that needs a little more TLC, so I can help develop those skills and get them out there. Busy work is frantic and chaotic. It's that feeling of being overwhelmed, and you got so much to do and you can't get it all done, and there's so much going on. That is busy work. It's chaotic and it's overwhelming. And being busy, being productive, is focused and controlled. So you're looking for that focus and that control. How many times have you heard someone say, I just got this doing and I got this going and I can't do anything. I can't fit anything else in. I'm so busy. Is that the kind of person you want their life? Do you go, that's the life I want. I want the life where it's chaotic and out of control. No, you're wanting the person that's just focused and they've got that control and they're like, oh my gosh, they have it all together. That's the type of energy that I want to put out there. And you get that by choosing where you're going to put your stuff. That frantic, overwhelmed feeling is because you're doing all of these things. Instead of balancing 2 or 3 plates, you're trying to balance all the plates in the house. You're pulling extra plates out of the cupboards and you're trying to get them spinning and rolling and doing. It's too much. We want that focus. We want that control. That's productive. So if you are feeling like you are always behind and you can't get it done, then this is where you got to say, okay, where am I just being busy instead of being productive? What are things that I can do? Being busy is trying to copy every single thing. You're trying to be good at it all. You're like, I seen so-and-so post this, I'm going to try to do that. And so-and-so's doing this, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to add this to it. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to add this, and I'm going to add this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to recreate this, and I'm going to remake this. And you got all these things going on. You're trying to do it all. But being productive is working to your strengths. What are you good at? Being consistent in showing up in your business authentically you. Like, I am a speaker. You will see me do more videos than anything else because it's one of my strengths. It's something I enjoy doing. I like doing classes in person. I'm fine with doing the classes online. I like to teach. Now, I can type stuff up and you'll see me do posts, but that's not my primary. You don't see me posting 3 times a day, every day, without fail on Instagram and all the social medias and all the things. You don't see that because that's not my strength. I don't want to just be busy. I don't want to just be good. I want to be great at the things that I am very good at that work to my strengths. So those are my strengths, and they help get me where I need to go. So those are what I focus on. And if Billy Bob Joe is doing something else that is super cool, but it's not one of my strengths, I don't want to just copy Billy Bob Joe. I want to go with my strengths. I want to do what I'm good at. Now, I can enjoy what Billy Bob does. I can even tell some of my people, you should go see what Billy Bob is doing. It's amazing. You should try that, because they're maybe not good at the same strengths that I'm good at. So you're always going to want to work in your strength. That's something you're good at, and I'm going to be consistent at that. And I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to try to do what I can't do. I can't do it 3 times a day. Are you kidding me? I won't do it. I've got too many other plates that I juggle because I'm still a mama, I'm still a wife, I'm still a child of God. I have all of these other things that I do, so I can only give what I have to give. And if you have people on your team or people that go, that's not enough, you need to give, 80%, you need to give 80 hours a week, and that's not something you can do, maybe that's somebody you should be following. Maybe you should be going with your strengths and your abilities and doing it consistently, and you won't have that frantic, chaotic, I'm not enough feeling, because that's not how it works. So you have to prioritize what's important. So we're talking business, right? We're talking young living specifically. So what is the most important things? The very most important thing. So you get your own products, of course, that's the first thing, right? Using your stuff, that's great. But what's the most important things for building your team? It's finding and enrolling new members. Like right there, if you didn't know this, your number one job is finding and enrolling new members. And if you're a yellow and you're like, that just sounds so, I need you to know that's the only way you change somebody's life. You have to find those people that don't know, and you have to help them get their own product. That is finding and enrolling. That is the number one thing. That is from a brand new member to a Royal Crown Diamond. That's the priority right there. That's it. And then product education, teaching all your brand new people and all the people that have been in your team forever, teaching them about the products, because they have to understand why those products are the best of the best of the best of the best. I did a class on our Kids Sense multivitamins just a couple days ago. This right here, this is 45, it's some PV. We're going to go 45 PV. This is 45 PV. This is the best children's vitamin in the land. There is not a better one. If you're not sure, go watch the video I just did on it. I break down every single ingredient. It is a food-based supplement that is a game changer for our children, which means it's a game changer for you as a mama, a daddy, as a powerhouse. This is 45 PV. We're just going to talk business for a minute. If every single person in your organization that had children or grandbabies grabbed this for their children and their grandbabies, that's an additional 45 PV for every single one, every single month, forever, because that's how OGV works, right? So if you want your OGV to grow, this is how you do it. If you want people to stick around longer, they have to have good product education on all the products, not just our oil kit. I know. There's information out there that I believe, this is what the world according to Shannon, you do whatever you gotta do, but I am telling you, if you will teach people on the products and help them, our products are amazing. They're amazing, but if people don't know why they're amazing, your OGV isn't gonna go up. It's not sustainable. So teach those core things. This right here, an extra $45. Think about this with every single member in your team that has children. So you just do some quick math. You got maybe 30 kids, Yeah, 100 kids, 200 kids. Now times that by 45, because this is what I call in addition to. So they already love their Ninja Rod, but in addition to their Ninja Rod, do their kids need Mighty Bites? Yes. That increases your OGV. That is productive time. Teaching about our products and why they need them is productive, and you can teach it completely compliantly. There's no reason to say anything non-compliant about our multivitamins. You know why? Everybody knows they need a multivitamin. Everybody already knows that the food doesn't have what it's supposed to have, so they know that. I don't have to teach non-compliantly. I don't have to say this is going to help with disease. I don't have to. I can just teach what's in it, why it's so much better than every other children's multivitamin, why their kids are going to love the flavor of it. And when you do that, the people add that. It's an addition to, which you already have. That is productive time. That's prioritizing importance. So in finding and enrolling new members, there you go. Product education for all your members, there you go. Helping your members to enroll on loyalty rewards. We actually have a class coming up. I don't know whether it's the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, just on the benefits of loyalty rewards. And I know if you've been in for a while, you're like, oh, Shannon, I already know about that. I think you don't. I really don't. If you guys understood the importance business-wise, what loyalty rewards will do and change in your organization, in your OGV, in your PV, in your productivity, in the feeling like you're on the hamster wheel, having to redo, re-enroll, re-sign up, all the things, I am telling you, this one is key. Getting your people on loyalty rewards. Use all the tools that Young Living is giving us. Just the fact that they can get so much free stuff. This month it's like $200 in free product that they're able to get by maximizing that our gifts with purchase. That's crazy. The money that they get back to buy free stuff. There's so many pieces. But business-wise, loyalty rewards changes so much for you. So your top 3, there's only 3. Go ahead and write them down. Finding and enrolling new members. 1,000 ways that you can do that. We'll do that in another class, different ways of finding people. Product education. Go ahead, write that one down multiple times. And helping your members on loyalty rewards. Those are the things. Everything else that you do, every other group that you are involved in, every other post that you copy and paste post, all of the things, those are extras. So if you need to be super productive in your time, then those are the 3 things that you focus on. So cleaning your office will never increase your OGV. Organizing, making a whole new system. I'm going to make a whole new system. I'm going to create, develop, make all these things. I'm going to write a book. None of these things are going to help you enroll new members. They're not going to help you find new members. They're not going to help you do product education. And they're not going to help your members enroll in loyalty rewards. And those things are already done. Like you, Aaron. Oh my gosh, what's Aaron's last name? Aaron, it'll be on the book. Aaron Rodgers and Paige Williams. Great book. This is the brand partners handbook. This is the brand partners. They go through step by step what people have to do. I'm telling you, you don't have to recreate the wheel. It's already done because you're trying to be productive. You don't want to just be busy. When you get to Royal Crown Diamond, which those ladies are, you can have the time. Right? You can have the time to go ahead and write a book and create a system and create new blends to sell to people. Y'all, that's not where it's at. If you're going to vendor shows and doing farmers markets, ooh, you go, that's huge. But when you're there, you remember your priority. It is finding and enrolling new members. It's not selling one single bottle or some little sachet that you made. That's not going to take you to Royal Crown Diamond. It's just not. Enrolling new members, especially now that if they're getting a bottle of lemon, you can literally just enroll them with the bottle of lemon. Like, is it the best way to enroll somebody? That's a whole nother class. But making sure they are actually purchasing from themselves in your organization, powerhouse. Making sure they know and they make that first order so they get a lemon and some Ninja Red. That's great. Have them order it underneath themselves, underneath you, so you are the enroller, the sponsor, whichever piece you want to be in that game, and making sure they're clicking that button that says make my first order loyalty rewards. It will change the game for you. It will stop you from doing the hamster wheel. That is your priority, helping them do the 3. So it's product education, enrolling and meeting new people, and getting them on loyalty rewards over and over and over, and taking all that other stuff out is going to help you. Learning to say no to things, learning to say, no, I don't need to be in that group 1,000 times a week. Learning to maybe mute some of the notifications from some of the things. Maybe learning that you don't have to run 17 different groups that aren't introducing new people in. So if you are in a group where you're meeting brand new people that aren't already in Young Living, that's productive time, right? Because you're going to meet new contacts. If you're in another Young Living group and you're in 55 different ones and you're spending hours scrolling, that's not productive time. That's busy time. That's when you say, I'm working. That's when I sit down with people and they say, oh, Shannon, I put this much time in. I worked this many hours. I go, okay, tell me what you did today. And when they break it down, there was not one time that they were finding new people. They were not enrolling new people. They were not doing project education with people. And they weren't helping their people get into loyalty rewards. If you're not doing those things, what are you doing? Right? This is a business. I want you to learn. I want you to have fun. I want you to educate. But if you're coming to me and saying, I have 2 hours a week to build my business. I want to quit my job. I need to be able to pay my bills. And you have this list of things, then you have to focus. You have to become so laser focused that what you're doing is taking you to your next. Those are your goal. If you're on a video like this today, then this video is helping you laser focus what you need to do. This is good. This is something you ought to be doing. If you're in, y'all, and you know what I'm talking about the extras. You know, you got to be able to focus that time. Maybe give yourself 15 minutes a day that you can check all the fun groups that you're in, and then laser focus the other hour and 45 minutes that you have, because you can lose so much time doing good things. Like, all these things are good. There's some great leaders that you can follow, but what are you doing with it? What results are you seeing for it? So learning to say no to many different things, and learning to limit, set a timer for your scrolling, because you know how you can just scroll. You can just scroll and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta go make dinner, and you got none of the things done that you needed to do. So learning to say no, huge. Create a schedule and stick with it. So we talked about this a little bit last week on finding the time, finding the energy, and focusing there. You need to literally create a schedule and say, okay, on Tuesdays, I have an hour and 15 minutes between this and this. And in that hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to make sure I reach out to 5 members and just see how they're doing, see what's happening in their world. And it's really important when you're building those relationships that you're asking them about their world, not just always the product or what they need next. Product wise, you're having to create relationships so then you can speak into your life. That's part of that. It's really important. And then so I have that hour and 15. So I'm going to do that with 5 people. That should take, maybe if you're doing it on text or you're doing it on Facebook, let's say 5 minutes each one. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes on people that are already in your team. But then you're going to reach out to new people that you have not met, people that you can start enrolling, start doing things. So people that are commenting on your posts, people that are in groups that you know, reach out, shoot them a message, or comment on something that they did to start building that friendship relationship. You have that stack of names of people you want to follow up with. Do the hard thing. Pick up the phone, call them, text them, whatever it is to do that contact, because finding new members is always new customers, new brand partners. It's always your number one priority. So say I'm going to do 5 of those. So I had an hour and 15 minutes. So I spent 30 minutes or so with people that are already in my organization. I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes diligently creating relationships with new people. So I have new people that I can enroll. And then you can take 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes to make that new post or that new graphic or that new thing. Focus it. I set alarms for everything. I am big. I've got a phone near me. I dropped it on a shelf in front of me all the time, and I have timers on it. So if I go to make a graphic, I love creating graphics. It's fun and soothing to me. Weirdly, it's one of the things I will do in the evenings when Brian is playing his video game, because he loves his video game. He'll play the video game, and I will be creating graphics. It's fun for me. But if I'm trying to make one really quick, Young Living came up with a new sale. Good grief. They came up with a new incentive. There's something going on, or I had a really cool thought that I just want to share with people. That type of a thing happens. What I choose is I will set an alarm for 10, maybe 15 minutes to make the graphic. I go in, I quickly put all the pieces in there, and then when that timer goes off, I'm done. Because I love it and it's so fun, I can spend an hour and a half, 2 hours on one graphic because I just want perfectionism. I enjoy it, right? So when I'm doing a quick one, I get 10 minutes, and when it's done, it's done. I do the same thing with when I'm writing a post. I like to write. It's enjoyable for me. I creative writing. I was in journalism class in school, in high school, and I enjoy it. But I don't want to spend an hour writing one little post, right? So instead, I give myself 5-10 minutes to write it up, do it, and then it has to be posted because I want to be productive. This was not in my normal agenda. I had to go make a quick post for something. So it's time I have to cut out of something else. So I don't have hours to work on that. So learning to set your schedule and decide how long you're going to take something, huge. And start using... Okay, listen. Start using the things that your upline are already creating and making for you. Young Living makes some beautiful stuff that we don't always have to recreate the wheel. There's so many different services that you can use to get some basics so that you don't have to make everything. So find one of those services, use their stuff when they make it, use and share the stuff that I do. There's just so many different options. You don't have to, if you only have 2 hours a week, taking the time to make a graphic is not productive work, right? It's not productive. But what you can do is be about the business of using stuff that's already there, and then you can be enrolling people, you can be signing people up, you can be doing that product education on the things you love. If you will learn to teach on maybe 10, 5 even core things, core supplements that you love. So you teach on, say, Ninja Red, you teach on Nitro. How many times have you guys heard me? I always have within reach a Nitro, always. I'm in love with these. I talk about the importance of these and how it's not just energy, which is what we all think of and we all need, right? Ooh, take one or two. But it's cognitive function. Who needs their brain to be functioning better? And this comes up in conversation all the time. I have a handful of these in my purse. So when I'm out and about, I can say, oh girl, this would be great for you. It's just going to give you that little bit of boost, that little clarity, that little thought. People love them. It's an easy transition. You don't have to talk about 1,000 products for product education. You have to talk about the ones that you absolutely love. And if you're like, Shannon, I only use 2 things. Those are the ones I really love. Then go to Shannon Hudson YL. Go under all the sensational supplements. Watch a couple of videos. Pick one that you're like, ooh, I want to be the enzyme queen. I want to know all about the enzymes. I know how important they are. Watch all 5 videos. The notes are in there. And become the person that talks about enzymes everywhere you go. Become the poo girl. Become the toxin girl. Become the whatever it is, so that you can teach on those all the time. So that you can start getting extras in addition to. So in addition to Ninja Rod, I have people get some Nitro. And they go together anyways because we got this great kit you can get started. Oh my gosh, you're going to get some Nitro. You're going to get some Ninja Rod. It's amazing. Let me get you 10% off on that. Let's grab it right now. See what I'm saying? In addition to, this is what you want to be about the business doing. So focus on that. Focus on using templates. So let's say you do make, I'm doing a series right now in my personal group, and it's on 30 days of giveaways. I do these maybe twice a year, but I have a basic template that I use. So all I have to do is pop in one little picture, change some words on the bottom, and it's ready. It takes me literally minutes every time I make that post, so that I can sit down in a 15-20 minute period and I can make 10, 15, depending on how quick, post. So I have all of the pictures ready. So then the next, when I'm ready to get all these posted and ready, I just have to set the timer for 5 to 10 minutes to write the post, and then I can have them all ready to go. So templates save you time. So there are some the gratitude. So that's not necessarily enrolling new people. It's not product education, but it is taking care of my customers. I love my team. I love my Young Living family, and I want them to feel that love. So this does not come under those core three, but it's still an important ancillary part of what I do. It's building those friendships and relationships, but I don't want to take 1,000 hours to do it, right? I want to do it all very quickly. So learning to set that timer, learning to use templates when you can, taking things out of it, and then ready, this is going to be a hard one for you. Focus on one thing. So I don't multitask. I don't do 7 different things at one time and I have this project open, then this project open, and this. Nope, when I am studying for a class, that's all I do. I am studying for that class. I have 30 minutes to soak up everything I have ever taught on this subject before, anything new that has come out. So I do my searches really quick. I put my, I'm a big sticky note girl. It's because I'm an old lady and I love it. So I've got my actual physical notes. I've got the books out, and for 30 minutes solid, I am downloading everything into here. And that's all. I have 30 minutes for class, because you could also study for 3 days, but because you study it for a second and then you go to something else and then, oh, I got to make this and then I got to do this and and you're all over the place. You don't remember what you studied 3 days ago, or you're rereading the same stuff and it's busy. You're busy, but you're not productive. I don't multitask. I'm not in the middle of making a post at the same time as I'm making a graphic, at the same time as I'm studying, because all 3 of them are going to suck. None of them are going to be good. And I'm going to feel like I was in that office all day and I got nothing done. I have a ongoing perpetual list that is always near me. And it's any great idea I have. So I have one page where it's these things that I think would be really cool and fun to do, like in my Facebook groups, or a class that I would like to teach, or something I want to do, or a book just whatever, these ideas. They go in there and then I get to just take them out and download them. And 80% of them I'll never do. 80%, they're there. If I need some input, I can look through there and go, oh, I forgot about that. And some of these are like 10 years old. So they've been in there for a long time, because I don't want them floating around in here and me thinking about them. I set up a task of what I need to get done today, and I focus on each individual thing. And then when I'm done in the office, I'm done. I 99.9% of the time do not have notifications on for any of my social media. I have it off because I don't want, in the middle of me having this great epiphany and I got this thing and I'm writing about something I'm going to teach that I think is going to change your life, and then ding, this goes off and I stop what I'm doing and I open it up and I read it. Okay. And then I put it down, and after I scrolled, because I opened up Facebook, you're going to scroll for a minute when you're on that Facebook, and then I go back to what I was doing. I go, what was that thought? What was I doing again? Because you lose that momentum. I don't have the interruptions. I set that time. Just like if I'm doing a one-on-one with you and we are on Zoom, you won't hear my phone go off. You won't. There's no distractions. I'm here 100% for you, for that 15-minute Zoom or that 30-minute Zoom or that turning into an hour class that I'm doing with you. It's full attention, because that's how it works. So don't try to multitask and do 100 things. When you sit down, say, okay, I have 15 minutes for XYZ. I'm going to do that right now. Click, set the timer. And for 15 minutes, do that thing and do it well. At the end of the 15 minutes, you're done. Whatever you had to do, you're finished. Then for the next 10 minutes, you're doing XYZ. Because one, it will make you be more, you're just going to be more productive. At the end of the day, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I only worked for an hour and 15 minutes, but I got this finished, I got this finished, I got this finished. I talked to this person, this person, this person, this person. Oh my gosh, it was a great day. Instead of, oh, I still got this to do, I still got this to do, I didn't get this finished. I'm horrible. I never got a chance to talk to this person, this person, this person, this person, because I was so busy doing blah, 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 blah. Busy work versus productive work. I so want you to be able to accomplish all the things. So whatever time you have, be more productive, be more focused, choose those things and choose wisely what you're going to do. And then when you're done doing it, celebrate what you did. Be proud of what you got accomplished. If you're like, okay, I set a timer for 15 minutes to do that graphic and it was awful. I didn't use it, but I used Shannon's. Be like, boom, I'm glad I decided just to use Shannon's. It worked out so well. Be proud of that thing so that you can start seeing that success. And I'm telling you, if you will consistently do these little things over and over and over and over and over, you will see results. I'm not saying not to check for mistakes. If once a month you're going to go in there and go, oh no, whose ER didn't get posted, and send an email quick to them. Hey friend, just so you know, that's fine. But that shouldn't be something you do every single day. That shouldn't be your focus. You shouldn't be looking at that lack as a focus. You should be going, oh my gosh, who enrolled their first person this month? Oh, you go girl. Who jumped on loyalty rewards? Who has it? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. You're going to love all the free stuff. You're going to look for the successes, and you're going to start to see the successes. So we will be on next Thursday with our next business topic that I don't remember what it is. If you live in the area, come play with us. We will be having our lunch and learn this Saturday. So much fun. August 7th, we've got a big event going on as well. We would love to have you. You're welcome to everything we do. And God bless. We'll chat later, y'all.